This episode was recorded in Greenfield Primary School in Leicestershire.
Hello and welcome to the Chatterbooks. Each episode will chat about latest books we've been reading,
as well as sharing some old favourites you might have missed. Hi, I'm Adam.
and I'm Lewis. So, the first book today is Spaceman by Tom Fletcher. So this book is about three children, George, Neela and Bash, who are really bad at music but love doing it. So one day they get randomly sent up into space and end up in an intergalactic music competition.
But if they weren't very good at music, why are they in the competition?
So they didn't choose to be in the competition, they got randomly selected, but they got better because a monkey joined their team.
Why is there a random monkey in space?
There just is.
But did it get explained why there's a random monkey?
No.
Okay, fair enough. This sounds a bit like it could be funny, so is it a bit like a comedy book?
It's like half and half.
What's the other half?
Adventure, I'd probably say.
Okay.
So it reminds me of the David Walliams books with all the expression and writing.
What was your favourite part in this book?
It was halfway through the competition and they went into a massive room, and it's my favourite because I love food. They just had a massive table full of food.
So a bit like a buffet.
Yeah, a massive buffet with all different ranges of food, like from chicken to ice cream and like jelly to potatoes. There's loads of different stuff.
That sounds a bit like the feast at Hogwarts.
That's why I liked it too, because I love Harry Potter books.
So is there a prize if they win, or does anything happen if they don't win, like they lose really fast?
If you lose really quickly or anywhere, you get locked up, and if you win, obviously you don't, and you get to go back home.
That actually sounds pretty good, so who's it by again?
It is by Tom Fletcher, and the name is Spaceman.
Before our next book, me and Lewis went to interview Mrs Henderson, a Year 5 teacher in our school.
And we asked, what book does she like reading with her class?
Hi Miss Henderson, what book do you most enjoy reading to your class?
Hi boys. I'm really enjoying reading Malamander by Thomas Taylor to my class at the minute.
Can you tell us what the book is about?
It's set in a place called Erie-on-Sea, which there's a bit of a joke at the beginning that it's at Cheery-on-Sea in the summer, but then in the winter when there's no one there it becomes a bit eerie, and there's a mystery about this creature called the Malamander, and there's a few interesting characters. It's really interesting. Without giving anything away, there's lots of twists.
Why do you like the book so much?
I like it because I think there's lots of funny moments in it. There's lots of moments that make you go, oh, I didn't see that coming. And I really like a book that keeps me on my toes, one that because sometimes if you can see what's coming next, I find that a bit boring. You almost want to stop reading the book, don't you, if you can see what's coming. But Malamander just kept me on my toes the whole time.
What do you think your class enjoys when you read it?
Probably the silly voices and the terrible accents that I tried to do. I read it last year to my class last year, and I tried to do the Scottish accent for one of the characters, and it was an absolute fail.
Can we hear the accent?
No. I can't even try.
What was your favourite part in Malamander?
Favourite part in Malamander? I'm trying not to give away any spoilers, but there's a bit where there's a character with a boat hook for a hand, and he comes out of nowhere where I wasn't expecting him to.
Which book do you wish was real so you could live in it?
Oh, there's so many. Any of the fantasy ones. There's so many. Maybe Harry Potter, just so I could go to Hogwarts, because I'm pretty convinced that I didn't get my letter because it's when the Wizarding War was going on.
Which book did you enjoy the most when you were in primary school?
Michael Morpurgo's Private Peaceful.
Do you use a bookmark or do you fold over the corner of the page?
Oh, absolutely a bookmark. I don't even like getting a crease in the end of my book. You know, the spine. That makes me feel ill. My sister used to sit and she wouldn't even let me open the book properly. I had to kind of wiggle the book round trying to see if there's no bend in the spine, but I'm a big fan of my Kindle at the minute, and that saves the page for me anyway.
Thank you for joining us for an interview.
You're very welcome.
And our next book is Toto the Ninja Cat and the Great Snake Escape by Dermot O'Leary.
So that is an incredibly interesting title. What's it about?
It's about two cats that have moved from Italy to England, and one of them is secretly a ninja.
A ninja cat.
Yep.
What? 1, how is she a ninja cat? And 2, why have they come to England?
So she was a ninja cat because the two cats, Toto and Silver, their parent was a ninja, and the parent was teaching Toto to become a ninja, and they were strays, so they got rescued and brought to England.
Oh, that explains it a bit more, because I was really wondering why they came to England.
Soon after they arrive in England, they team up with a local cat, and they end up having to track down a King Cobra called Brian.
Brian?
Yeah, I know that name is a bit random.
I take it the ninja skills come in useful here.
They come in handy when Toto has to try and rescue Silver from the tiger enclosure in the zoo.
So how do you explain this? Is it like a comedy or an adventure? Is it a bit of both?
It's probably half and half. But some of it does get a bit silly.
Imagine if your pet was a ninja.
Although I can't imagine that with my dog, because she's either asleep or zooming around the room.
Is there anything else you like about this book?
I quite like the twist at the end with Brian the King Cobra.
Obviously, you can't tell us, but maybe you could tell me.
I'll tell you once we've stopped recording. So, this book was called Toto the Ninja Cat, The Great Snake Escape by Dermot O'Leary.
Thanks for listening.
And it's goodbye from me.
And me.